Salutes. Top of the AM. It's your boy Big Fruit, representing the Big Fruit Podcast. And I am up early this morning to do this recording. Yes, as you read the title, it is the Brooklyn King series. Last night, laying in bed, my wife called me out. She said, yo, nigga, you ain't did no YouTube. I said, oh, shit. She said, get in there and handle your business, man. So I'm up early this morning, man, to do this recording. Word. I was relaxing for 2 days, man. Day and a half at least. But she told me to handle my BI. And like I told y'all, man, episode 2 was supposed to be about Bridge. But Bridge sent me some informative information and some informative dialogue. So I've been digesting that. So I'm bringing y'all Brooklyn Kings, episode 2, the essence of their demise, the wise and nut true rivalry. That's what we're doing right now. Now, when it comes to this wise and nut rivalry, some people gonna be bothered, some people gonna like it, some people gonna be like, it's all because Wise had his legion of fans and Nut had his legion of fans. And for some reason, people didn't know how to just be fans and mind their damn business. You know what I'm saying? Salute to me and my wife. Thank you, Rami16. I will definitely let her know 5 a.m. in the morning. I would definitely let her know. Wise had his own legion of fans. Nut had his own legion of fans. And motherfuckers just didn't know how to be fans. Everybody wanted to add 2 cents to shit. And that's what ultimately led to the demise, the outside noise. But I want everybody, both Nut fans, the Wise fans, I want everybody to take a breather. And understand how this rivalry came about. Now, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I'm giving you my personal insight, my personal opinions. You understand what I'm saying? Salute James Kills Puffs Poppin'. Growing up, like I told you, growing up in LG, I grew up under Wise. Me and Wise lived in the same building. Wise was like a big brother to me. And I was a little badass kid, so I was outside. If you ask me, I probably was outside before Wise on some real shit. You know what I'm saying? But I was outside. And when I came outside and Wise became like that big brother figure to me, I was able to watch his come up. You understand what I'm saying? And then me going to school with Nut, I definitely watched his come up. And both of these dudes is older than me by at least 2 years. Now, I could remember in the early days, like the 80s, this had to be like 86. I want to say the rivalry between Wise and Nut probably began in about 86. 86, Midtown. At the time, Ron K, big Ron K, rest in peace, and Nate Cash, big NA, rest in peace. At the time, these 2 OGs took a liking to Lil Nut. And Nut was tearing Midtown up. Them niggas was holding them down in mid. Nut was tearing Midtown up. Nut was before his time, son. Nut was tearing Midtown up. Staying fresh to death, rocking jewelry, all this shit. 13, 14 years old. 2-finger, 3-finger rings, the cables, gold teeth in his mouth. Fucking $200-$300 Fila suits, Gucci sneakers, XL bikes, all that shit. Dirt bikes, Nut doing all this shit, 86 something. Fucking with Ron K and A. Everybody in Midtown at this time. Now, Wise is in Midtown too. But Wise is in Midtown with Big Un. Rest in peace, Mitchell Rose. Wise is in Midtown with Big Un. And Big Un had a crew. So it was so many of them. You talking on Wise, rest in peace. Rod, Irv, Kevin Ellis, rest in peace. Fucking Jamie, Ron Duke, rest in peace. Kasim, you know what I'm saying? They had a fucking crew of dudes. Mathematics, rest in peace. They had a crew of dudes, right? So when they would go to Mid, man, and they take money, it's so many of these motherfuckers, that money getting split up so many different ways on different occasions. Not in Nut case. Nut going to Mid, Dolo, Bolo, he fucking with Ron Key and Nate. What he touched, it's just them niggas on the bus down, and Nut is rolling. So if you ask me, in my personal opinion, Nut was taking more money than Wise in Midtown in 86. That's a fact. So did that play a part in the grudge or the jealousy or envy with these two? Maybe so. Because it did lead to a one-on-one fist fight in Midtown. Yeah, man, niggas in LG used to fight Midtown, all types of shit, man. Rest in peace, shout out to Cocky off of NA Rock. Yeah. I remember him and Nut had to shoot joints in Midtown over some paper. You know what I'm saying? Niggas still silver sweet because Cocky had the fucked up eye. Nah, Cocky wasn't having that shit. Him and Nut would shoot joints over that bread. Rest in peace, Cocky. Rest in peace, Cocky. Word to mother. But like I said, Nut and Wise, the niggas had a fist fight in Midtown. And that shit came all the way back to the projects because Nut wasn't letting that shit go. Wise wasn't letting that shit go. So that little fist fight in Midtown, that shit came back to the projects. And it was something that couldn't be avoided. The temperament couldn't be avoided because at that time, Wise had two road dogs in Midtown. Rest in peace, Mathematics. And rest in peace, Jamie, Ron Duke. Jamie, Math, and Wise was like through the hallway in Mid. But Jamie is Nut cousin. You see what I'm trying to tell you? So it was like Jamie was caught in the middle of that shit, but when Wise was with Jamie, Nut would be there. You understand what I'm saying? It was just a temperament that couldn't be avoided. And, you know, although Nut was a little motherfucking bully, Nut knew he couldn't just run down on Wise and do what the fuck he wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Because like I told you, Wise knew how to fight. All them Hardy boys knew how to shoot joints. Big up to the oldest brother, Moat. Came home from the service, taught all his brothers how to shoot joints. So Wise knew how to fight. And Wise wasn't no sucker. You know what I'm saying? So that little one-on-one fist fight from Midtown, that shit, although it came back to the projects, it never went nowhere. It was just a lot of face fighting, mumbling under the breath, shit like that between these two. Now, fast forward, I want to say 89, Nut go home from Highland, Wise out there doing what he do, got the project shaking. Nut ain't really get a taste of that shit because he caught a case in Mid, went to the Allen, came from the Allen. He dipped and dabbed in Mid for a few months because that's when I came home. And when I came home, he switched it up and started hustling. Now, the whole time Nut was in Midtown, Wise had a hold on the projects on some drug shit. That wasn't Nut lane. But Nut had to sit back and watch Wise do him. So now, in my personal opinion, the grudge, the jealousy, the envy, it transforms now. It went from Wise feeling that way towards Nut in Midtown to now Nut feeling that way towards Wise and the projects. Because Wise is doing what he do on his hustling shit. Nut still doing that Midtown shit. Nut gonna turn up on this nigga. Because if you ask me, man, they were each other's friendly competition and motivation. Because Nut turned up because he wanted to be better than Wise. I'm keeping it 100 with you. Listen to this story I'm giving you. So now, Nut start hustling. He do what he got to do. He in and out of different states. He gets his weight up. They doing what he do. Nut. He transformed. He ain't a Midtown nigga no more. He a hustler. He doing his thing. His paper long, whip after whip, jewels, you name it, Nut doing it. When Nut start doing it, Wise start taking setbacks. Yeah. Y'all know. Listen, man, if you know, you know. If you from LG, you know. So now as Nut on the come up, because Nut in different states, Nut not in LG. Nut not chasing $5 cracks and shit like that. For some reason, Nut took his show on the road. He hustling out of town. He doing it. Wise is back home in the PJs. Chasing that short money compared to that OT money. But Wise is having setbacks. Wise is having some setbacks. You heard me on the LG story when I used to say Wise has had a string of bad luck. This is around that time Wise is having all that fucking bad luck. Nut on the come up. Nut on the come up. So now, as Wise is having all these setbacks, Nut doing what he do, Wise also got to deal with the little niggas in the projects on the come up. So now the projects is starting to spread out. That's not Wise. But Nut doing him. So if you ask me, Wise was Nut motivation. Nut turned up on Wise. Nut blew past Wise. That's my personal opinion. I'm keeping it 100 with you. Now, when Wise was having setbacks, Nut fucked around. This is the end of 1990. I'm going to give it to you because this is the truth. When Wise was having them setbacks, Nut fucked around and made a move. He did something, said something that Wise considered a violation. If you know, you know, man. So not Wise chose to respond to that shit. Now, I just gave y'all all that history about their rivalry, their competition, their silent jealousy and envy towards each other. That was from 86 to 90, what I just gave y'all. Right? So now it's 90. Nut, I never forget. Rest in peace, Nate Cash. If you know, you know. When Nate Cash touched down from his prison stint, it was Nut who made sure his feet touched that ground. Because NA came down and had a bell. Nut went and got him. I never forget. We got to see NA his first day home. He came walking down Decal with Nut. He had his hood on, glasses. Totally did not look like NA no more. So he come through with Nut. Nut stopped. Yo, what's popping? What's good? Nut like, yo, y'all remember him? Some niggas was like, nah, who that? He took off his hood. Niggas was like, oh shit, NA. Yo, Nate. And on some G shit, right there on the rip, everybody just start going in their clothes, peeling off, giving them a couple $. Nut bailed them out. That was probably one of the only times I seen Nate before he passed. But in the process of Nut doing that, bailing Nate out, you know, Nut was feeling himself. And Nut did something and said something that Wise considered was a violation. So now, Wise considers it a violation. Wise did something in LG that had not ever been done before. And like I told you, man, on the LG story, we was running around doing a lot of bullshit to each other, shooting in the projects, fighting. But at one time, it was a time when none of us had ever killed one another. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a lot of bullshit going on without us actually taking each other's lives. You understand what I'm saying? But Wise chose to respond to that violation. If you know, you know. Wise knocked on Nut door in the projects. Nut came to the door. One thing led to another. Wise pulled out the joint on Nut. I ain't gonna go into all the details. Some shit will stay in-house. Wise pulled out the joint on Nut. That shit led to so much bullshit because now, like I told you, Nut belt Nate out. All this shit going on in a matter of days, my nigga. That's how fast. You know what I'm saying? When they say in the New York minute, fuck a New York minute. I'm talking about Brooklyn seconds. You know what I'm saying? This how quick shit going down. When Wise knocks on this nigga in the door, do, Notion Avenue niggas get riled up. Nate like, yo, that's my little man. Fuck. So now them Notion Avenue niggas riled up. So now Nothing Wise got this shit going on now. Notion Avenue niggas is riled up. Them niggas coming through LG inquiring about Wise. Certain LG niggas getting riled up. They don't like the fact that niggas is coming through the projects looking for Wise. This shit turning into something. Now we all sitting back like, yo, what the fuck's going on? You know what I'm saying? This shit crazy. You watching this shit. Now, Nut had a tendency of doing this, right? Nut had a tendency of doing this. Whenever Nut would get into a conflict, he'd go back out of town. He'd lay low 2-3 months, get his fucking weight up, come back to the projects, and it is what it is. And for some reason, when that shit with him and Wise happened, and the Notion Avenue niggas got involved, nothing really happened. Follow me. Ain't nobody do shit to Wise behind that. Nut didn't respond behind that. This is 1990. So now, as the years progress, Wise doing him, Nut doing him. They facing off in the projects. They don't like each other. Everybody know what happened. But yet, nothing else is escalating. It's all the outside noise. So what these two would do was they would compete with each other. Whether it was the cars, the watches, the jewelry, I don't know. I was locked the fuck up. But I'm hearing how, because remember, Nut was in and out of jail. So when Nut get home, he do what he do. I'm never hearing about these two niggas beefing again, especially physically. I'm never hearing it. Until Big Un, rest in peace. Big Un got married. So now it's time for Big Un to get married. He needs a best man. This is when you knew this shit was really real with these two niggas. When Big Un had to choose a best man, from my prison cell, I automatically would assume it would have been Wise. Automatically. Because, not because I'm a Wise fan, it's because I know his relationship with Wise. He brought Wise out the house in Midtown, and if I'm not mistaken, it's Big Un who took Wise to one of Shy on Clawson Avenue to give him knowledge himself, which turned Myrian into Wise. So I would automatically assume that Big Un would have let his man Wise be his best man. That was my opinion. I think Nut disagreed with me. You know, Nut out there doing what he do. He flossing, his weight up crazy. Plus, he got to remember, he's always competing with Wise. He always want one up on Wise. Or should I say, they always want one up on each other. So now it becomes a situation where yo Un, I want to be your best man. So now Nut want to be Big Un best man. This shit going on in the process before this man get married. These niggas bickering over who gonna be the best man. Needless to say, if I'm not mistaken, Wise was the best man, and the nigga Nut didn't go to unwed. Yeah, man, that's how deep that shit was. That's how deep that shit was. Nut didn't go to the wedding. If I'm not mistaken, Nut didn't go to the wedding. So that rivalry was deep. And then you got the outside noise. You got the little young stupid motherfuckers who adding shit. Yo, don't know what the fuck they be talking about. Then you got the fans, like this little dusty nigga here on my live right now. He wants some attention so bad. But let me tell you something. The Wise and Nut rivalry, it could have been a healthy rivalry if it never got physical. If it never got physical. After the one-on-one fist fight in Midtown, that shit should have stayed there. But when Nut did or said what Wise felt was a violation in the 90s, remember the fist fight was the 80s. The violation that Wise considered was the 90s. Now we're going to deal with guns. Now we're dealing with violence. Now we're dealing with crack cocaine. We're dealing with all types of shit. The 80s niggas was innocent. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was out there fucking with Midtown. Niggas wasn't carrying pistols. Niggas was shooting each other. Niggas was trying to really hurt one another. In the 90s, it was different. It was different. Crack hit the streets. Everybody wanted to be a drug dealer. Friends became foes. Best friends became enemies. You know what I'm saying? Some friends became strangers. Shit just got crazy. You know what I mean? In the 90s. And when Wise was on his hard times, he took some shit to heart that Nut did. And he responded to that shit physically. And I think once that shit got physical, it was no turning back. I think they could have got over that shit But egos, pride, peer pressure, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that played a part. And two good motherfuckers lost their life. And all the clowns that played a part on the outskirts, they still alive, still doing dumb shit. They ain't make nothing of their life since the situation. They ain't changed nothing since the situation. Them niggas not even remorseful that they let that shit happen. Like, the shit's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Shit's real crazy. I'm sorry that shit went down like that, man. Because I'm telling you, these details I gave you without giving you all the motherfucking details, because everything ain't for everybody. But these details I gave you, man, paints a picture of how the rivalry really started. It was friendly until it got physical. You understand what I'm saying? And once other people start getting involved and start adding their 2 cents and pumping shit up, and you know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, man, you had a lot of motherfuckers that was on Wise team that wanted to be Wise. They was jealous of Wise. Then you had motherfuckers that was rolling with Nut that was jealous of Nut. You understand what I'm saying? So that shit was coming in so many different ways. It was crazy, man. It was fucking crazy. And ultimately, man, that shit led to their demise, man. You understand what I'm saying? The death of Wise is one story. The death of Nut is another story. What I'm giving you is the rivalry that led to their demise. Yeah, this is the rivalry that led to their demise. You understand what I'm saying? This is the rivalry that led to their demise. Big Nut. I don't know. He just was before his time, man. I'm gonna tell you that. We used to always say that about Nut. Nut was before his time. And I think that's another thing that bothered Wise. I don't know if Wise thought Nut was younger than him. Wise might have thought Nut was younger than him. Nut wasn't too much younger than Wise. I think them niggas was born the same year, but being that Nut got left back in school and Nut went to school with us, Wise thought Nut was younger than him. Look, me, Wise thought Nut was a little nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that bothered him as well. Yo, this little nigga. Not realizing Nut was his motherfucking age, and you know, yeah, maybe that was a part. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that was a part. Maybe that was a part. But I tell you one thing for sure. Who is this? Keep blowing the shit. I tell you one thing for sure. Nut was before his time. Nut was before his time, and maybe that played a part in Wise being a little jealous and envious of him as well. But I'm telling you, there was no two men to have a rivalry in LG like these two. Yeah, that was a rivalry since they was kids in Midtown. And the sad thing is, man, it led to their demise. As for the death of Nut, that's another story. The death of Wise, that's another story. I'm giving you the essence of the demise, the rivalry that led to the demise. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got some Nut fans, you got some Wise fans, and then you got some people that just loved both of them. Because I know a lot of people, man, that love the both of them. Shit's crazy. Shit's crazy. Real talk. Shit's crazy. So now, there you have it, man. I just gave you the rivalry of what led to their demise. As for the actual death of Wise and the death of Nut, that's another story on another date. You understand what I'm saying? But I just gave you the essence of their rivalry. See, a lot of people, when we did the LG story, we was treading lightly. I'm still treading lightly. Trust me. Trust me when I tell you, I'm treading lightly out of respect for the dead, respect for the families of the dead. Trust me, man. And they know I'm treading lightly. They know I'm treading lightly. You know what I'm saying? In fact, there's some shit I left out that I was supposed to include. Shit was crazy. I'm gonna back it up before I go. Shout out to Sargy, the homie out of Sumner. No, right. When Wise knocked on that door and that shit went left, many people was popping. Yo, the projects was shaking, man. Like that shit was like monumental. When Wise knocked on that door and did that bullshit. Everybody in the projects was in an uproar. At that, like, yo, in a Brooklyn second. This is a Brooklyn second, son. At the time, I had a little homegirl out in Sumner. I think she was coming out of Sumner. She came to see me. She didn't want to come to LG alone. She got a homegirl to come with her. Shout out Soji from Sumner. That's the homie. So when she came, she was like, yo, I brought my homegirl with me. I told her to come with me to LG. I would take her to Nut Crib. You know, Nut do what he do. Nut no 1,000 chicks, no Nut. So Soji's like, yo, I want to go knock on Nut door, say what's up. This is in a Brooklyn second, son. This is immediately after Wise did this shit. So the girl like, yo, take her on Nut Crib. I'm like, yo, temperament ain't right to be knocking on that nigga door. Needless to say, big fruit, loyal to a fault. I always say it. I take these chicks to Nut Crib. Go up to the crib, knock on the door. You can tell the family on point that bullshit went down. I'm like, yo, Nut here. They like, nah, boom, boom. All right, cool. We peel. We wait for the elevator. Elevator coming. Elevator takes us up instead of down. So in the process of the motherfucking elevator take us up, that gave whoever enough time to run down the motherfucking stairs. Get on deck. Real talk. So now, elevator go up, elevator come down. Me and the two chicks come out the building. We go out the back door, walk through the back park. We on Franklin and Lafayette, waving at a cab. Two motherfuckers I ain't never, ever in my life seen an LG come out of 433 out the front. So when they come out the front of 433, they walk past the payphone. I'm right there on the corner with the two chicks putting them in the cab. Cab pull up. As soon as we open the cab door, these niggas grip up, start dumping on me and the two chicks getting in the cab. Word to Weller, word to Rob K, word to Peter Rap. They airing at hit the cab up. I'm throwing back. At these niggas. Flying through the project. Cab pull off. I run through the park, run through the PJs and shit. I get over on decap. Everybody on decap post up like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, son, I know those are some niggas fucking with that nigga nuts, son. Like, he had niggas on deck after that wild shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm treading lightly, bro, when I tell you these details. Because everything ain't for everybody. Some people don't know how to sit on information. Some people take shit, twist it and turn it what the fuck they want it to be and tell their own stories. I'm telling you these stories because I was there. And trust and believe me, man. Once Wise made that shit physical in the 90s, it wasn't no turning back from that unless them two niggas squared off like men and had another fucking fist fight. If they wasn't going to do that, bro, that shit wasn't going to never, ever, ever stop. That rivalry and competition wasn't going to never, ever stop. As for their demise and their deaths, that's a whole different story, because a whole other shit and other people came into play when it came to them actually losing their lives. As far as them niggas competing with each other, that was just between the two of them. That was between the two of them. But as far as them losing their lives, too many motherfuckers was involved. Too many people was involved. You understand what I'm saying? Too many people was involved. And like I said, shout out Soji. That's the homie from Sumner. When that shit went down, I had to call Sumner, make sure they was all right, make sure they ain't get hurt. Because, yo, niggas was dumping on us. I'm putting 2 chicks in the cab, niggas let loose. Word. Yeah. Rest in peace, Nut. Now, remember that shit. Now, remember that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, remember that shit. Real talk. But like I told you, man, this is not the death of Nut. This is not the death of Wise. This is the rivalry of these two, man. Yeah. And that shit go way back to 86 summer, boy. Them two niggas shooting a fair one in Midtown. That's when it all started. You know what's funny? Other than Little Kim, I never heard of no other chick being attached to both of them. That's kind of strange. I guess they didn't have a rivalry when it came to the chicks. Other than Kim. That was the only chick I ever heard of that they both messed with. I'm going to have to do my homework on that. Real talk. Listen, man, there you have it, man. That is the essence of their demise. The rivalry of Wise and Nut. At the Real Big Food Podcast. Giving it to you only as I can give it to you. And the only reason why you got it is because y'all keep asking for it. Now, hopefully, we ain't got nobody else to ask for that no more. This is over. Let's bury this one. Y'all ain't got to ask for that no more. Y'all ain't got to ask for that no more. Shout out to little Nicholas, Nut's son on his way home. Maybe we could look forward to some new shit. Some new shit going down involving Nut and his family. Maybe we could look forward to that. Some new shit. We ain't got to do this Nut Wise shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. But I told you I was going to give it to you, so here it is. I'm up early in the morning, the Mike Jordan recording. I gave y'all the essence of their demise, the Wise and Nut rivalry. The true story is only I could do it because ain't nobody got the balls to do it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people sitting back saying, yep, that's exactly what the fuck happened. So once again, man, this shit is straight talk. This is real talk. This ain't no cap. You know what I'm saying? Your boy Big Fruit. I'm going to get up out of here. I gave y'all what y'all want early in the morning with this Brooklyn King series. And I'm going to get up out of here. So until next time, y'all stay up. Salute.